Okay, hi. So we're gonna get started just for the sake of time. Thank you for being here. This is Power in Print, providing publishing opportunities for undergraduates. As we do our talk, Theo and Haley are going to just pass around some issues of the actual journal that we'll be talking about, so you all can take a look.
Yeah, there's a perfect number of journals based on
Journals today. Excellent. Nailed it.
So, hi. I am Tina Naston. I'm the editor-in-chief and founder of the Haley Classical Journal. We all go to Hamilton College. I'm class of 2020.
Hi, I'm Tyler Boudreau. I'm the managing editor. I'm also class of 2020.
And I'm Jacob Hane. I'm the layout editor. I'm class of 2022.
He's younger than us.
So today we're going to run through what the Haley Classical Journal is, what our process was like, and then the data that we gathered along the way, and some next steps, takeaways, all that good stuff. So first, what is the Haley? We are a peer-reviewed undergrad publication in the classics. We publish papers in English from all over the world on a broad range of topics. Our definition of classics is very wide, as it should be. So we publish papers on things from theater in the Greek world to Islamic medicine to Byzantine and Roman political history. So we were founded this past fall at Hamilton College in the US, and we are, of course, named for Dr. Shelley Haley, a Black feminist classicist who's the president-elect of the ICS. She's the chair of our department, and we feel so lucky to have her. It's just amazing. So we thought, what better name to lend to a publication that's about making space than a woman who's made a lot of space for a lot of people. So why would we do this? So we wanted to make space for undergraduates at all institutions to publish. We especially wanted to amplify voices of scholars at all levels, and especially scholars from underrepresented groups. We know that it can be really hard to be published in the humanities. And that can be especially true if you're not at a really prestigious institution, if your department doesn't have the funding and resources to help you find avenues for publication. We also wanted to promote public scholarship. The Haley is entirely available online, so although we have a few print copies circulating right now, we wanted it to be something that was open to everyone, that you didn't need to have like a JSTOR membership or an institutional affiliation to access. It also is an excellent learning experience for us and for our peer editors and our authors. We also just like it. It's fun.
Believe it or not, we're passionate about our field.
So when we began the publication, we knew that we needed to do a lot of outreach to really spread the word. Tina ended up emailing approximately 100 colleges and universities in English-speaking countries, from Australia to the United Kingdom to Canada and here in the United States. We also did a lot of social media work. So we have a Twitter. It's both on screen now and on the Blackboard. So go follow us. But we also posted in Facebook groups. I'm a member of the National Senior Classical League, so we spread the word there. So we've been active in many different areas, but we are always looking to expand. And in the end, we actually received 40 submissions from 20 colleges and universities in the 4 countries that we did outreach in, so the US, UK, Australia, and Canada. And this is just a map that shows, that shows just the spread of where we got our articles from.
Obviously, we're looking to get more green into that map as we go further. The editing process, that's me, the managing editor. Okay, this is a graph, just the total number of articles we got was the 40, and so we ended up publishing 11 of those 40, and there's a whole process because obviously we get the papers in, that picture you saw earlier was us all sitting in the same room discussing what articles we wanted, or having discussions over, is this a better paper? Is this a topic we're interested in? Because those are the two qualities, or those are the two aspects that we're looking at: quality and topic. So for publication that is looking to expand the views of classics, but really looking to get papers from this variety of sources. So this is what we ended up having. 3 articles for literary analysis, 3 on gender, 2 cover material culture, and then we had Islamic medicine, Byzantine history, reception, and Roman political history. So a broad swath of articles were covered, and I just feel like that's what's going to happen when you open it up to everyone. You're going to get these ideas and articles from subjects that you wouldn't normally hear about. When it comes to peer editing, so our first goal is to make this a professional journal. So with help from our professors, we held ourselves to academic and professional guidelines. Obviously, our professors had been through these processes before, and we sought their help and made sure that we were going through it as the best we could. For peer editing, it's interesting because our peers at Hamilton College, and so they're all undergraduates. They're peers to the undergraduate authors. So not all of us have expertise in every field of classics. So in a big way, it's about our skills at analyzing arguments and analyzing the strength of the paper as a whole, rather than analyzing the content of like, I don't know a lot about Byzantine history, so I'm making a paper about Byzantine history. I'm taking the author's word and we're putting a lot of faith in our authors. And also in general, peer editing is a learning process. So for the authors and the editors, we're just looking to learn about the process of giving feedback, receiving feedback, the whole nine yards. Who are our peer editors? As I said, they're the classics majors at Hamilton College. Of all class years, we have first years, and it's especially good for the first years because we pair them with upperclassmen who kind of guide them. I worked with first years, and I just making sure that they're not missing anything or that their comments are being constructive and helpful, and they obviously were. What else is great about our peer editors is they have a variety of interests and specialties. So when we were first assigning the peer editors to the papers, we sent them out a survey like, what are the topics that you're interested in? And we were able to assign people relatively well into different topics. And then some statistics that we're interested in just for the purpose of making this publication inclusive and accessible to everyone is our peer editors have identities which inform their experience. So a majority of our peer editors receive financial aid, with 40% receive development, and 70% attend public high school, as well as the majority of them being women. So we feel that these are strengths in our peer editing group. Of course, there are weaknesses to that as well, because coming from Hamilton, we're a predominantly white institution. So of course, all of our peer editors are white as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And I'll turn it back to Tina.
Did you want to talk layout?
Sure. The layout process was separate and came after all of the editorial work, all of the peer editing, and it really involved looking at a lot of academic journals, especially from the classics, and then seeing what is standard in the field, and being able to kind of make that anew and replicate that in a new way that fits our general rhythm. And we had some excellent artwork done by Theo. And after the layout, we turned back to copy editing and finishing touches. Thanks to our copy editor, Ali D'Antonio, who is here today.
So when we, so after the publication was like pretty much done, and just the final touches were being done on layout, we collected some data about our authors. So the following slides are going to discuss that. So just for the sake of you all knowing how our data was gathered, it was collected anonymously. It was not required that authors complete these surveys. It was very much about their identities and their experiences. So we wanted to make sure that you could opt out of that if you wish. I believe 10 out of the 11 did. So I'd like to think this data is pretty accurate. And here are some things that we found. So it was the first publication for the majority of our authors, which we were really excited about because one of the big goals of the journal was just getting unheard voices out into the field. So these are people who have never been published. So not only does this provide a good opportunity for them to expand beyond, a normal term paper or regular coursework, which is what most of them are doing, but it also just, gets their name out there, which is really exciting. 30% of them had a first language other than English, and quite a few of them are also first generation citizens of the country from which they were writing, which was also a great thing to know. The majority of our authors were women or non-binary, and the majority of our authors were also LGBTQIA+, which we were also very excited and pleased with. Additionally, like our graduates, the majority attended public school. Socioeconomic diversity is something that's really important to me personally in classics as a low-income student who grew up without the classics in my life. It has been challenging at times for me in this discipline because of that. So that was a big goal for me, and I'm really proud that we accomplished that. However, some things that we'd like to improve upon. None of our authors were first generation college students. So again, socioeconomic diversity is very important to us. And so that's something that we hope to see in the future, more first generation students. Another kind of glaring issue with the publication this time was that it was overwhelmingly white. So we had 80% of our authors were white, 20% were Asian, none were Black, Indigenous, or Latinx. So while we were really glad to see that we were representing some underrepresented groups, part of what we hope to improve upon in the future is seeing more scholars from underrepresented racial and ethnic groups, as well as some socioeconomics. So all of that being said, we have some ideas on how to improve. Externally speaking, we want to improve our outreach. If we want a more diverse base of authors, we can't just be limited to the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. So our list of 100 colleges and universities has grown to roughly 150. We have been more actively pursuing submissions from HBCUs, women's colleges, community colleges, and also just schools in the rest of Europe, Asia, Central and South America, and Africa. There are students studying ancient history, ancient language, all of the wonderful disciplines in our multidisciplinary subject who are doing really, really great work in places that aren't America. And so we want to represent them as well as best we can. We also want to improve our data collection. As you can see, we are all white. White people and all people have unconscious biases, and we want to know if those are affecting the papers that we choose for the journal. Are we judging people on their writing, like not code switching enough in their writing, for example? That's something we want to think about.
Yeah, I forgot to say earlier that when we were looking at the papers just for a second, it wasn't an anonymous process. So except for immediately us knowing what college they came from, because it was emailed.
Not even in that part of the
Yeah.
process.
But yeah, so it wasn't anonymous. We were basing it purely on the paper. So the question is, if we started collecting data before we accept the papers, because right now our data is only the papers we accepted. If we collected the data before, would we then become aware of, okay, we turn down papers from people that are traditionally rejected?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that we're looking to change in our process this time around. Internally, speaking of that, we are going to have a larger editorial board. So Kaylee, who's sitting in the front here, is going to join the layout team, and Maddie Cavallino, who is equally awesome but not physically here, is going to be another managing editor. We're also going to have more peer editors drawn from authors from each round. So that will be great because they will not be coming from the same epistemological framework that we are at Hamilton, at least. So different styles of writing and just different academic training will come into play. I think in a more wider way, which will be very exciting. And then we also are looking to just accept fewer papers each round, mostly for the sake of getting it out on the timeline that we would like. So some of our takeaways. We're really proud of this. This is a really big undertaking, and we were just thrilled at the excitement that we got around it. We still have a lot to learn, and we're looking forward to learning more from one another. And we've learned a lot in this weekend that we're going to take back to Hamilton with us. Also, undergrads are awesome and doing really good work, and we should listen to them. This is a volatile moment in classics, I think, and the future of this field is really bright if we allow people who are often unheard to be heard. Also, that there's always room for growth, and that's true for us as undergraduates. It's true for our authors, for our peer editors. It's true for everyone in this room and everyone in this discipline, and frankly, everyone in the world. Everyone can always be growing and learning and being better. So thank you. Any questions for us? We would love to have, and you can scan that code to get to the online issue.
Yeah, so I'm also an undergraduate, and I wanted to know, obviously there's a lot, you have a lot of amazing authors from all over, but how do you think that this project maybe affected undergraduate engagement in the classics department at Hamilton? Did you see more people getting excited about classics? Did you think that this was something that changed the department's culture? Because obviously it requires so many people to kind of buy in and get excited about dreading papers and stuff.
You can hold on.
That's a really excellent question, and I think the answer is yes. It was great because we're a relatively small department, but I think it allowed a lot more people, especially freshmen and sophomores who hadn't even declared a classics major yet, to become involved. And I think there's a lot of value to just being told that like your work is appreciated, and I think peer editing is a really good way to do that. And yeah, so does that answer your question? Yeah, I have anything to add.
Yeah, it was also interesting because we have classmates that aren't as involved in like the social aspects of like hanging out as a club that volunteer to be peer editors. It's great to get them involved because they have knowledge, but they're not always like showing up to events and talking about classics. So it's good to get those people involved too.
I think there's also a great way to connect with the professors for, since this is something that they experience that undergraduates don't. Right? They're writing papers and they're getting published, and it's just a part that we're not really connected with at this level. And it was really exciting to be able to work with them and figure out what does a process look like, what does a journal look like, and all of the functions there.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I have one. Thank you so much. I am also an undergraduate, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the Classics Journal at Harvard.
Awesome.
Which is really exciting. Our issue is coming out early March, so so I'm at sort of at the end leg of the process, and I was wondering how you dealt with department support, because I had I've expected the department to be like very willing and like give me your Harvard money, but they wouldn't. And I asked them people on my board, they wanted the issue printed this year because it means a lot to see the work like out in front of you in a tangible way. And so at first I was like, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I'll ask them. And they were very hesitant. They don't want me to print this issue. They're afraid that it'll kind of just sit around the department and nobody will look at them. They said they've had way too many issues printed in the past and they never get circulated. And just like I've had to do everything on my own, and it's tough sometimes. And I was wondering how you dealt with those challenges and just convincing your department to like get all of these amazing printed copies everywhere. I actually convinced them a little bit, but it took a lot. And we're gonna try to print this year. But just how you dealt with the challenges of trying to.
Yeah, that is an excellent question. First of all, thank you for all the work that you do on your end at your institution, because it's hard. And so yeah, as far as institutional support, the department was great, and they basically said, hey, as long as we don't end up doing all the work for you, like go for it. So they were wonderful. Institutionally, however, we received no funding. We run the Hamilton College Snapchat or Instagram story today, so if you're watching, tell them to fund us. But no, really, institutionally, we receive like no funding at all. Student Assembly won't fund us. The department obviously doesn't receive enough funding, as I'm sure you all know, when classics gets like nothing at pretty much any institution as far as I know. And so basically the printed copies circulating right now, we
have $50.
We have $50, which we got for going to this like optional club training meeting that we used to print them. So yeah, which is why we decided to go mostly online. I would say the thing is that like, I think Stephanie was saying this last night in the panel, but like your institution has resources, they just don't have them, you know? So my best advice would be like to just, we like went to the college president's office hours and we were like, we're doing this thing and it's cool and you need to fund us. So I would say like, I don't know, try your best to get your department support, but if that fails, don't be afraid to go above their heads a bit.
Yeah, we spoke to our college president, and we just happened to be talking to the associate dean of faculty one day, because we were in the dean of faculty's office, and that guy was like, yeah, we can definitely put a $100, $200 budget line into the department for it. And so sometimes it's just who you can talk to. And now that we have a printed version, it's like, we have a thing we can show you. This demands the money. Like, so I think it's it.
I was the treasurer. I am the treasurer for the classics club. So I kind of got a first experience of just having to throw everything at the wall over and over and over again. And hoping that something stuck alongside of these two. And it's exhausting, but just gotta keep knocking on doors and hoping something eventually works, like Tyler said, and like Tina said.
Thank you.
Hello. Okay. Hi, my name is Tina. I know. So I wanted to, first, this is really cool what you're doing. I wanted to maybe follow up with you or like get more on your thoughts about how you can make sure that your journal isn't just publishing materials by mostly white folks. So you already said that this is something that you realized and thinking about, and I'm wondering, like, what can you do? Not that I actually have an answer, but I'm just sort of thinking about the talk that Dan L. gave last year at the annual meeting, you know, when he talked about the sort of, right, the biases that we have that we don't even realize that we have, and that it makes it harder for people of color to be published. You know, would you want to go, and again, I'm not involved with ADON, the journal, would you want to go the route that they have taken where they are sort of consciously pushing towards prioritizing work of people of color? Or like, you know, how can you, like, what are your thoughts? Like, I don't know, question mark.
No, that's an excellent question, and it's one that we think about, and especially as we've been preparing for this conference and gathering our data, like, that's a huge question for us, and I think we probably are moving in the direction of Eidolon, where we really, you know, gather that data from the start, and it will inform our decisions, I think, because, you know, classics is overwhelmingly white, it's overwhelmingly male, and I think everything that we can do to disrupt that is important and powerful. So yeah, I think taking an Eidolon-esque approach would be probably our best move. A lot of what we've done has been, you know, in part or in whole inspired by Eidolon. So I think we can kind of cheat off of that in that regard too.
Yeah, and overall, we're trying to, it's reaching out, and I mean, part of why we're here is like, to hopefully make these connections, and like, I mean, we would ask like, everyone in this room, like, spread the word, like, download, like, scan the QR code, email it to your friends and your associates and your colleagues, because that's how we're going to get the word out to as many people as possible, and that's how we're going to succeed in that vision.
I am just wondering if there are any plans to maybe try to expand this to countries that are not just English speaking. I know that's hard, just because there's so much logistical stuff that you have to do communicating with authors. If there's any way you can partner with different universities or something along those lines to expand the word.
So one of the things that I've been thinking about is that just because like the primary language of a country isn't English doesn't mean that people aren't English speaking as well. We are limited currently by just the fact that none of us speak a language other than English well enough to like edit an academic paper in that language. I am so open to the possibility of partnering with people in other countries. If 10 years from now there's an issue of the Haley that features several articles in several different languages, that would be like the happiest day of my life. I think that would be amazing. As for now, all we can really do is expand into other countries and say like, please submit, like we take papers in English, but the national language of your country or whatever doesn't matter so long as your paper is in English so that we can edit it and understand it. But yeah, I would love to partner with other universities if that's something we can do down the line.
Yeah, something that came up as we were kind of at the end of this process and talking about ways to move forward with Professor Haley, who is a fantastic resource. In her department, she suggested all of, namely a university in Africa, and so she.
University.
Yeah.
University of Vietnam, I think.
Yeah. Which I think really got us thinking, where else can we go? And how can we find these, institutes that we're not, that we don't know of, and reach out to them?
And part of it is weird for us at this stage where we don't even have funding from the school we're located in. So if we're going to expand into these new markets, if we're going to expand to all these different people, like where are the resources going to be to support that? And where we are from Hamilton right now, like we don't have the resources to be incorporating and like supporting people from all over the world. We have the resources to have our editors at Hamilton and a couple over email, but and I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a challenge that we have been considering. Is like, if we want to move forward, what steps are we going to have to take to make this a more globalist undertaking?
Are there any other questions? Thank you.